गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रजजन रंजन यमुनतीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रजजन रंजन यमुनतीरावनचारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Jaya Radha Madhava Radhe, Jaya Panchatattva Jaya Panchatattva Jaya Panchatattva, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Om Vishnupad Params Parivrajikacharya Astotra Sata Sri Srimad Abhay Saranarvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Samasta Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki Nitai Gaur Premanandi. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshvabhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatyuttamaśloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Hare Krishna. Welcome to all of you for today's session. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam in this class. So canto number 3, chapter number 15 and sloka, text number 26. Please repeat after me. Tad viśva-gurv-adhikṛtaṁ bhuvanaika-vandyaṁ divyam vicitra-vibudhāgrya-vimāna-śociḥ āpuḥ parāṁ mudam apūrvam yoga māyā-balena munayas atho vikuṇṭham viśva-gurv-adhikṛtaṁ bhuvanaika-vandyaṁ divyam vicitra-vibudhāgrya-vimāna-śociḥ āpuḥ parāṁ mudam apūrvam upetya yoga māyā-balena munayas atho vikuṇṭham viśva-gurv-adhikṛtaṁ bhuvanaika-vandyaṁ divyam vicitra-vibudhāgrya-vimāna-śociḥ āpuḥ parāṁ mudam apūrvam upetya yoga māyā-balena munayas atho vikuṇṭham Mataji's. Mataji's. Word meaning? Tat. Then, viśva-guru, by the teacher of the universe, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Adhikṛtam, predominated. Bhuvana, of the planets. Eka, alone. Vandyam, worthy to be worshipped. Divyam, spiritual. Vicitra, highly decorated. Vibudha-agrya, of the devotees who are the best of the learned. Vimāna, of the airplanes. śociḥ, illuminated. āpuḥ, attained. parāṁ, the highest. Mudam, happiness. apūrvam, unprecedented. Upetya, having attained. yoga-māyā, by spiritual potency. Balena, by the influence. munayas, the sages. Tat, vikuṇṭha. Atho, that. Vikuṇṭham, Vishnu. Translation. Thus the great sages Sanaka, Sanatana, Sanandana and Sanat-kumāra, upon reaching the above mentioned Vaikuṇṭha in the spiritual world, by dint of their mystic yoga performance, perceived unprecedented happiness. They found that the spiritual sky was illuminated by highly decorated airplanes piloted by the best devotees of Vaikuṇṭha and was predominated by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is one without a second. He is above everyone. No one is equal to Him, nor is anyone greater than Him. Therefore, He is described here as viśva-guru. He is the prime living entity of the entire material and spiritual creation, and is bhuvanaika-vandyaṁ, the only worshipable personality in the three worlds. The airplanes in the spiritual sky are self-illuminated and are piloted by great devotees of the Lord. In other words, in the Vaikuṇṭha planets, there is no scarcity of things which are available in the material world. They are available, but they are more valuable because they are spiritual and therefore eternal and blissful. The sages felt an unprecedented happiness because Vaikuṇṭha was not predominated by any ordinary man. The Vaikuṇṭha planets are predominated by expansions of Krishna, who were differently named as Madhusudana, Madhava, Narayana, Pradyumna, and so on. These transcendental planets are worshipable because the personality of Godhead personally rules them. It is said here that the sages reached the transcendental spiritual sky by dint of their mystic power. That is the perfection of the yoga system. The breathing exercises and disciplines to keep health in proper order are not the ultimate goal of yoga perfection. The yoga system, as generally understood, is Ashtanga Yoga or Siddhi, eightfold perfections in yoga. By dint of perfection in yoga, one can become lighter than the lightest and heavier than the heaviest. One can go whatever he likes and can achieve opulences as he likes. There are 8 such perfections. The rishis, the 4 Kumaras, reached Vaikuṇṭha by becoming lighter than the lightest and thus passing over the space of the material world. Modern mechanical space vehicles are unsuccessful because they can't go to the highest region of this material creation. And they certainly can't enter the spiritual sky. But by perfection of the yoga system, one not only can travel through material space, but can surpass material space and enter the spiritual sky. We learn this fact also from an incident concerning Durvasa Muni and Maharaja Ambarisha. It is understood that in 1 year, Durvasa Muni traveled everywhere and went into the spiritual sky to meet Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana. By present standards, scientists calculate that if one could travel at the speed of light, it would take 40,000 years to reach the highest planet of this material world. But the yoga system can carry one without limitation or difficulty. The word yoga-māyā is used in this verse. Yoga-māyā-balena, vikuṇṭham. The transcendental happiness exhibited in that spiritual world and all other spiritual manifestations there are made possible by the influence of yoga-māyā, the internal potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnana-timirandasya Gnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Supadantikam. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This chapter, Kumaras, Chatush Kumaras, they entered to Vaikuṇṭha. 4 boys, they are very much interested in going to Vaikuṇṭha after hearing from his father, Brahmaji. Brahmaji has described about Vaikuṇṭha. And also there is a will of Lord. Lord's will is there. Lord wanted Kumaras should come to Vaikuṇṭha and give curse to Jaya and Vijaya. This is total planning. It's very much before it is planned. Why? Because Jaya and Vijaya were feeling some lacking in manifestation of Virya Rasa in the Lord. So lacking means Lord is a reservoir of all the pleasure, but now they are very much feeling sorrow. Why? Because my Lord is not getting the opportunity to fight and get the rasa by defeating the people. This rasa is not manifesting in him. Actually, that's why one time they asked actually Jaya and Vijaya, my Lord, so please, we are so feeling, that means you are not enjoying the Virya Rasa. So fighting and getting the rasa from that. This also we want to give, but nobody is competent enough to fight with you. Because if they come in front of you, immediately they will be finished within few seconds, moments. But we can give good competition to you because we are your servants and you have empowered us. So that's why we can give good competition to you. But somehow or other you make us so against to you, and so that you can get this rasa. Like that, they requested. Lord was not so happy for this proposal. But when devotees Jaya and Vijaya requested too much, then what happened? This, of course, Lord Bhakta Vatsala. That means Lord's desire is more important for him, or otherwise devotee's desire is more important. Devotee's desire is more important. So that's why he gave priority to his devotees. Okay, so they are extremely begging actually. We want, so this pleasure, we want to see this pleasure in you. So then Lord accepted, because being Bhakta Vatsala, Bhakta Vatsalyam is the one of the topmost quality of the Lord, and it is dominating everything, and so finally he agreed for that proposal actually. So now in this way, so this is the background. So Lord wanted Jaya and Vijaya to be cursed by Kumaras, so that's why they are coming there. When Jaya and Vijaya entering into the area of the Vaikuṇṭha, initially there is actually how it will be Vaikuṇṭha? So Vaikuṇṭha will be very, very opulent. There is a big city actually. Vaikuṇṭha is a city. But it is surrounded by a nice forest. In the four directions it was surrounded by nice forest. In previous slokas we have seen how the Vaimanikas, they are doing the devotion. So they are trying to sing the Lord's glories. So there is a nice aroma is coming from the flowers in that pond. Actually, what they are doing? They are making their voice so better by just dipping themselves into in that beautiful forest, there is a lake is there. In that lake, they were drowning themselves till the neck. And they are trying to practice so nice voice too. That means they are chords. That means the saptaswaras. They are practicing that. At the time, so there is a nice beautiful flowers are there in that lotus flowers, and there is aroma is coming and it is trying to disturb them. But still they are not disturbed by that aroma. They are so focused to glorify the Lord. This way Vaimanikas, they were showing their devotion in that Vaikuṇṭha planet. Then after that we have seen these birds. Birds also, they are doing the devotion. They are always, that means chirping. When they heard the honey bee sound, zzz, like that it is doing the sound. So for these birds, how it is representing? It is representing the voice. That means the word Hari, 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 Hari. That means this zzz, that means it is appearing for them, for these birds like Hari, and they are thinking, how wonderful these honey bees. They are singing better than me. And like that, all the birds, they stopped and they started hearing. Oh, what is this? What a nice devotion this honeybee is having. Like this, all the birds are glorifying the devotion of honeybees. Then there are the trees are there. These trees are so wonderful devotees. These trees are looking at tulasi actually. In that forest, lot of tulasi is there. And they are thinking the glory and the devotion of Tulasi Maharani. Because they are thinking what kind of devotion, what kind of sadhana this Tulasi did. It is getting the opportunity to be in the neck of the Lord. And also it is decorating Lord's lotus feet. And it is getting all the time this kind of opportunity, this service we are not getting. I think we also should go to the earth planet and do the devotion like Tulasi Maharani she did. And they are all glorifying the devotion of Tulasi Maharani, these trees. So like this, there are even Mother Lakshmi, personally she is also serving. And you know, the Vaikuṇṭha, how these rooms are there, they are all built with the very, very precious stones, wonderful stones they were used actually. And that stones are very shining stones, and also to join all these stones they were using gold actually. Like we are using the cement to join the bricks, similarly they were using the gold. It's not ordinary gold. It's not the gold coming from the three modes. No, this is extraordinary transcendental gold actually. Transcendental gold was used, and those marbles, that means, and also the walls, it's entirely beautiful and gorgeous, that planet. And Mother Lakshmi is holding lotus flower in her hand, and she was going like that in that room. So how she is looking, you know, so she is reflecting on all the stones, and so it is appearing like that Mother Lakshmi is brooming the floor. And also she is doing the personal service to the Lord. Every day she goes to the Lakshmi. Mother Lakshmi is also having the personal forest in that big forest actually. In that forest she used to go and take bath early morning, and she wants to worship Lord, like how the sadhakas they worship Lord by bathing him and offering tulasi. Similar way, so Mother Lakshmi also does every day service to him. Feeling sleepy? Yes? Feeling sleepy? No. Okay, so like that, there's a beautiful surroundings were very much beautiful, the Vaikuntha surroundings. Kumaras were going and watching. No influence of this beauty on their heart. You know the problem? What is the problem with them? Initially they were not at all enjoying the beauty of this forest. What they are seeing? Brahman, everywhere the oneness. There is only one thing. They are all the time meditating in their heart. What is that? I am Brahman. That means they are not seeing any variegatedness, any differences. They are not at all seeing the differences. For them, even the beauty of the Vaikuntha or the beauty of any marbles or the gold or anything is one only. Nirvikalpa Vedaha. That means there is no Veda Gnanam for them. So their heart is not at all attracted actually towards this beauty. Māyā-balena munayas atho vikuṇṭham yoga-māyā-balena āpuḥ parāṁ mudam apūrvam upetya. So, but they are a real bliss they are going to get when they enter into the Vaikuntha and when they get the kripa of the Lord. After that they see the beauty of the Lord and Vaikuntha and they feel extraordinary feeling. Now, because they got already some little kripa from whom? From Brahmaji actually. So, but Lord's kripa follows the devotee's kripa, and next he is going to, these four Kumaras are going to get the extraordinary pleasure once they approach and see the Lord. So now they are getting some kind of pleasure, but it is not the extraordinary pleasure. So here you can see Prabhupada is writing in this purport, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is one without a second. How many Supreme Personality of Godheads are there? There is only one Supreme Personality of Godhead. No second one actually. Advitiyam vadanti tat tattvavidas jnanam vadanti tat tattvavidas jnanam advayam. That is advaya jnanam. Advayam. There is no two. There are no two actually. There is only one. That is Supreme Lord Krishna actually. He is above everyone. No one is equal to him, nor is anyone greater than him. No one is greater than him. No one is equal to him. So we can see in the recently, so we were discussing 10th canto 87th chapter, Veda Stuti. All the Vedas are glorifying and concluding. So actually they are glorifying the Mahavishnu. When they came out from the breathing of the Lord, when Lord wants to glance on Prakriti in the initial time actually, so who is coming in the first moment? So before watching the Prakriti in the first breath, so Vedas are appearing and these Vedas are glorifying Mahavishnu. After finally glorifying the Vishnu, they are so glorifying Krishna actually. Vishnu is in front of him, in front of them, but they are glorifying Krishna. So from this you can understand, so the conclusion of all the Vedas is Krishna. So Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore he is described here as viśva-guru. He is Guru for the entire universe. He is the prime living entity to the entire material and spiritual creation and is bhuvanaika-vandyaṁ. He is the one personality who can be the worshipable to the Lord. Who can be the worshipable? Who can be the worshipable? The only worshipable personality in three worlds. The airplanes in the spiritual sky are self-illuminated and are piloted by great devotees of the Lord. In other words, in the Vaikuntha planets, there is no scarcity of things which are available in material world. You can see in this material world, you can see the scarcity of the things. If one is there, something will be missing. You cannot find any one object in this material world is absolute object. Absolute object is not at all there. Take any object which comprised of the pain, pleasure and it comprised of little pain, more little pleasure, more pain, and also it bewilders. Take any object. Take this fan. Fan is giving this little pleasure or not? When you feel hot, so if you run the fan, then automatically you will be getting the pleasure, little pleasure. It is going to give pain or not? When it will give pain? Huh? So when there is no power, so it's not moving and it is giving the pain for us. Or if fan is not moving, actually, not rotating. Also fan give pain. When you run this fan in the winter season, same fan is giving the pleasure now in the summer, in the winter season it is giving the pain. Same fan is going to give some illusion to you. How? Fan will give illusion for us how? Someone has stolen this fan. Then you will be feeling the, so missing of my whole life. Yes or no? Who has the attachment for it, then he will be thinking that I missed everything. So like this, any object you take, any object, gold or even the wealth or woman, anything you take, it make you little pleasure, pain and some kind of illusion. It is a cause for the illusion. It calls for the bewilderment. So whole world, whole material world is made up of this. Is no object is perfect object. Even our body is also. You are healthy, it is giving the little pain, pleasure, and the same body is giving the pain, and same body is giving the illusion also. You are going to leave this body and you will be getting bewildered and you will be thinking that I am out. This is the nature of this material world. But what it is said, in the spiritual world there is nothing like that. The airplanes in the spiritual sky are self-illuminated and are piloted by great devotees of the Lord. In other words, in the Vaikuṇṭha planets, there is no scarcity of the things which are available in the material world. And also there is no scarcity because there is no māyā in the spiritual world. Because of there is absence of the māyā, so you can't find any kind of the lacking in that spiritual world. And also there is no influence of the time. So just let me see the commentary of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, then once again I will come to the purport. Here it is said that Atra Sanakādīnām gamanam varnayati atho tad vikuṇṭham yoga-māyāyāha bhagavad iccānuvartinya bhagavad chittsektehe balena natu swabalena upetya bhagavad kripaya parām mudam apūrvam yatha syat tatha āpuḥ. What is happening in this sloka? Kumaras are going to the Vaikuṇṭha. How they are going? Are they going so by their own potency? No. By their own abilities are they going? Swabalena? No. Māyā-balena, yoga-māyā-balena munayas āpuḥ. That means all these munis, they entered into the Vaikuṇṭha because of yoga-māyā. Because Lord wanted actually these Kumaras should come and give curse to the Jaya and Vijaya. This play should happen. So because of his kripa is there, because of his will is there, that's why yoga-māyā is acting. Yoga-māyā's role is all the time what she does. Whatever is needed to happen the Leela, she will be understanding. Because Lord, whatever he desires, what kind of Leela he desires to arrange, accommodate that Leela, yoga-māyā is always ready actually. So yoga-māyā's potency is the Leela Shakti. She will be always in service of the Lord. So now she is able to bring the Kumaras who are not really potent enough to come to the Vaikuṇṭha planet actually. So now they are able to come because this Leela should happen because Lord is desiring. So that's why yoga-māyā is bringing these Kumaras to this Vaikuṇṭha. So, but devotees also, they go to the Vaikuṇṭha. What is the difference between the devotees going to the Vaikuṇṭha and what is the difference between these Kumaras and also Durvasa Muni? All these people also went to the Vaikuṇṭha. Yes or no? Durvasa Muni went or not? Bhrigu Muni went or not? So Kumaras went or not? And also Dhruva Maharaj went or not? Both are same? Dhruva arrival to the Vaikuṇṭha and the others arrival to the Vaikuṇṭha? What is the difference then? But how he is able to go to the Vaikuṇṭha? So, and what is the difference between the Durvasa Muni's arrival to the Vaikuṇṭha and the Dhruva arrival? Is there any difference? What is that? Yes. Durvasa Muni left the Vaikuṇṭha. Okay. What else? What is my question? You are clear? अभी सोने लगा, थोड़ा सा उठाने के लिए कुछ प्रश्न पूछा जाए, है ना? नींद आता है. इंटरैक्टिव नहीं रहेगा तो नींद आ जाता है. हाँ. But how he is allowed? If Durvasa Muni is not qualified to Vaikuṇṭha, then how he is allowed? Huh? What is that? Lord Shiva? Mike Prabhu.
Lord Shiva, first he reached Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva suggested that, okay, so go to Vishnu and he will protect you. So since his devotee sanctioned, yoga-māyā allowed him to go to Vaikuṇṭha and he got
Shiva didn't sanction actually. He suggested, but he didn't sanction actually. He suggested actually. Yes, Prabhu.
I think there was a debate going on among the rishis, who is the Supreme Lord,
yes,
whom we should worship. So I think God also wanted everyone to know, I am the Supreme One. So I think because of Lord will, he arranged all these drama, and then he would be able to go.
So, okay, very good. All of you are saying yes. Without Lord's will, they will never enter. So, what is the difference between Durvasa's arrival and Dhruva arrival, or entering into the Vaikuṇṭha? So, you can see in the just yesterday's sloka it was discussed. In yesterday's sloka it was said that Kvachit Puranādau Asurānāmapi Kadāchit Keshāmchit Satra Yat Kshana Yat Kshanika Gamanam Kshanika Gamanam Sruvite Tattu Tatratya Chit Vibhuti Sukhānu Anubhava Abhava Gamanamapi Agamanam Eva. Actually, when Dhruva went and Durvasa went, or otherwise Bhrigu went, or otherwise, so others they went. The difference is, so their arrival is equal to the not arriving into the Vaikuṇṭha. Why? Because they don't get any pleasure of Chit Shakti. No. Chit Vibhuti Sukha Anubhava Abhavat. There is no Chit Sukha Anubhava. They are simply going there. That's why their entering into the Vaikuṇṭha is equal to the not entering only. Yatha vivida saurabhyadi gunayuktishu manimaya raja sadaneshu vyagra ballukadinam praveshaha. You know, sometimes what it happens? Sometimes king is court, is royal court, and it's a very precious, that means made with the precious stones, and also, and very high class people, they enter into that. Only the eligible people enter, and also he is having his own queen is sitting with him, and also on the top, on the, what is that, gallery, from the gallery other Rajamahishis. So his family members are watching the whole court. So king, what he does sometimes, so for giving pleasure to his queen and also to his family members, what he does? He will be allowing into that royal court, whom he will be allowing some balluka, vyagra, and so and so. big forest animals like tiger and like the, so various other animals, big animals. He will be allowing all those animals into the royal court. Why? They are not eligible to enter into the royal court, but they are allowed only for the pleasure of his family members, to his queen. The same way, so here also, Lord sometimes he wants to give pleasure to his devotees and his members in this Vaikuntha. He will be allowing some candidates like Vyagra Ballukas. You know, Balluka means it's a bear, and Vyagra means it's a tiger. So he will be allowing all these. So Swapura Parijana Vrindhanyeva Kautuka Vishesha Vashat, because his people, his Vaikuntha people, they are desiring how these Vyagras in this material world will be. Let me see. This kind of desire is there. So these are all Durvas and are all like that actually. Vishesha. Tanstan darshitum ichcha ragna eva agnaya bhavati. So that means these Vyagras and Ballukas are allowed into the royal court by the order of the king, the same way by the order of the Vishnu. So these Vyagra people who are like Vyagras and Ballukas, they are allowed to the Vaikuntha for the pleasure of the Vaikuntha Vasis. For the purpose of the Vaikuntha Vasis, they are allowed. So that's why here we should understand that their arrival is equal to the not entering into the Vaikuntha only. This is the point. So, Sviya Prakruta Nitya Dhama Nivasinha Swajanan Kautukavashat Darshayitum. So that means for his own people who are residing in the Vaikuntha, to show to them all of these people, he is allowing them. Prakruta, so Padardhan Kadachit Ghora Sattvan, Asuran Satvikan. That means Durvasa Muni and all others, they are entering into their material body actually to the Vaikuntha. Their bodies, but if you see the Dhruva Maharaj's body is a transcendental body. Actually, only the transcendental bodies are allowed to enter into the Vaikuntha, but here material body is allowed. Durvasa Muni's body is not transcendental body, Bhrugu's body is not transcendental body. So, but how they entered actually there? So, because Lord is allowing some specific purpose. So, some people, that means who have less intelligence, they say Durvasa and these people also entering into the Vaikuntha, and they will be bringing the value of the Vaikuntha to equal to the Swarga actually. Based upon this reason, they are showing. You see, Durvasa also entered there. He is a practitioner of what? The Advaita philosophy. So, not Mayavadis, but he is Durvasa so he is a Smartha Brahmana actually. He is a simple Brahmana. So, practicing this kind of yoga. So, philosophy is not a pure devotee of the Lord, no. And such a person is also able to enter there. So, now Vaikuntha level is brought down to the material level, material world level? No. Vaikuntha is extraordinary only, it is beyond 3 modes only. Only the transcendental people who are having the transcendental body, they only allowed. But still, sometimes we see, sometimes Asuras also entering here and others also entering, only by the Lord's permission they are entered, and that is equal to the not entering there. Swaikantika Bhakti Siddhanstu Swaparshada Dwara Vimana Vaikuṇṭham Anayati. But what about the devotees? But if someone does the pure devotional service to the Lord, Sakshat Bhakti or otherwise, so Kevala Bhakti or otherwise Pradhanibhuta Bhakti, if you do any one of these, you are eligible to go to the Vaikuntha actually. Even if you do the Pradhanibhuta Bhakti, you are eligible to go to the Vaikuntha and you are allowed. So because Lord is sending his Parshadas to bring you actually there. And these people are getting the transcendental body, so they are allowed. And these people are always residing there only. Who are going to the Vaikuntha after doing the devotion, they will be staying all the time there. But those who are not doing devotion and only for the specific reason who are brought to the Vaikuntha, they will be sent out. So this is the thing in last sloka, yesterday's sloka we have seen, And today what is yoga-māyā-balena munayas āpuḥ. How the munis entered into the Vaikuṇṭha? Yoga-māyā-balena. By the power of the yoga-māyā, Lord's internal potency, they are able to enter here, Vaikuṇṭha. Na swabhalena. So, and also Kumaras, they are all Brahmanandis, but they got some little pleasure. That is also because of what? It is given here. So, it is said that atra parām apūrvam iti padabhyam tadiya brahmanubhavam mudopi sakashat vaikuṇṭhiyam mudah-adikyam darshitam. These Kumaras are always in the transcendental pleasure. What kind of transcendental pleasure? They are always in the Brahmananda. That means their chitta is merged in the Brahmananda and they are feeling the oneness of the every object and they are in that bliss. Now, when they enter initially, so they are getting the little pleasure actually. In the forest, they didn't get any pleasure. So, but when they started entering into the city of the Vaikuṇṭha, so by the Lord's mercy, they are getting the some little pleasure. So, that pleasure is also how it is. It is looking, it is appearing for them extraordinary. That means it is appearing for them. This pleasure is very different than the present pleasure what they were having, and it is appearing very high. ऐसा लग रहा है कि it's appearing for them, it is the first time they are getting this kind of pleasure. So from this we should understand that Kumaras, so they are whatever the pleasure by the Lord's mercy they are getting, this pleasure is appearing for them is not appearing for them, it's a new one actually. It's a very new, it is appearing for them, it's very new. That means from this here we should understand that the pleasure which is given by the Lord by showing the Vaikuṇṭha to the Kumaras is higher to the pleasure which is all, that means in which they were situated. These Kumaras were situated. That's a Brahmananda. So that's why here the word parām and apūrvam. Apūrvam means unprecedented. That means it was not attained by them before. It is newly attained. So newly experienced. It's a newly experienced pleasure. So that's why from this we should understand that this pleasure is superior to the Brahmanandam. Vaikuṇṭhiyya mudah-adikyam iti darshitam. So this is the point. Vikuṇṭham kīdrisham tenaiva viśva-guruna harina swayam adhikṛtam iti na atra tanmaya shaktehi adhikaraha ityarthaha. And one more point is said here. Adhikṛtam, vikuṇṭha-adhikṛtam. So, gurv-adhikṛtaṁ, viśva-gurv-adhikṛtaṁ. So, Lord is having the full control on this Vaikuṇṭha. So, that's why what is, it is proving that natra tanmaya shakteha adhikaraha. There is no rule of the, that means there is no jurisdiction, that means there is no power of Maya in Vaikuṇṭha. In Vaikuṇṭha, there is no Maya at all. So, nayatra Maya kimuta pare harehe. So, there is no Maya in the Vaikuṇṭha. So, this is the situation actually, Vaikuṇṭha situation. Now, we will be seeing in the purport, in the few lines. Prabhupada is writing here. Yogis, they can go to the Vaikuṇṭha by Ashtanga yoga, yoga-māyā-balena. This, by using the Ashtanga yoga, one can become smaller than the smallest, lighter than the lightest, bigger than the biggest. These all are possible. And if they do yoga, bhakti misra yoga, simple Ashtanga yoga, if you do, you will not go to Vaikuṇṭha. But if you do bhakti misra yoga, that means in that Bhakti is the prominent and yoga is some extent is there. So with this, one can attain to the Vaikuntha Loka, which is we see in the Bhagavad Gita 8th chapter actually. In the Salokya Mukti. So one can get the Salokya Mukti by using the Ashtanga Yoga, provided that Ashtanga Yoga is dominated by the Bhakti. Bhakti Misra Ashtanga Yoga, if you do, then only we can go. Otherwise, with the simply yoga technique, it's impossible to go to the Vaikuntha planet. That is the sense. Sometimes if you see in the purports also, here Prabhupada is writing by the Ashtanga Yoga, these Kumaras are going to the Vaikuntha, that you should, how you should understand, that is the Bhakti Misra Ashtanga Yoga. So, Prabhupada is explaining the purpose of Ashtanga Yoga is not meant for the bodily health, physical fitness, no. Breathing exercises and disciplines to keep health in proper order are not the ultimate goal of yoga perfection. What is the ultimate goal of yoga perfection? So worshipping the Lord. So that's why Bhakti Misra Yoga should be targeted with the Lord. That means it should be mixed with the Bhakti. At least it will be better than the simple yoga system. That means yoga without Bhakti. And Prabhupada is writing, modern mechanical systems, they don't have. Modern mechanical space vehicles are unsuccessful because they can't go to the higher region of the material creation. So, and they certainly cannot enter the spiritual sky. Without help of Bhakti, it is impossible to with the arrangements of the three modes. All the creation, whatever we see, it is manifested out of the three modes. And all these manifestations, all these worlds, so all these objects in this world, if you try to adjust all these elements, and even if you make the finest of the finest equipment, ultimately that is also out of three modes only. By just do processing the elements in this nature, which is out of three modes, and if you simply adjusting those, if you refining those elements, and if you make some vehicle or something which is ultimately out of three modes only, by that you cannot enter into the Vaikuntha. So Vaikuntha one can enter only by the yoga-māyā-balena. That means by the will of the Lord only. Even Durvas and others, they are able to enter into the Vaikuntha with their material body only because of the Lord's order, because of the Lord's potency. But people should not misunderstand. Now Vaikuntha is attained by the materialistic person, so that's why Vaikuntha is also part of material world. This is our disease. Something is very easily available, then it will make it so cheap actually. This is a human tendency. Okay, scientists, by present standards, scientists calculate that if one can travel at the speed of light, it would take 40,000 years to reach the highest planets of the material world. That means Satyaloka, if you want to reach, it will take the 40,000 years. I don't know how they calculate scientists. So, but it is very, very far. That means light speed is 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second. This is the speed actually. So 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second. If that speed also, if you go, it will take 40,000 years. It's figuratively it is said actually. Absolutely, I don't know how much it will take. So such a far distance it is. So then what to speak of crossing the Brahmanda and going? It's impossible. So any questions? Just we'll stop here. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes.
It was really a nice lecture, Prabhu. And I have a question. In this material world, the pain and pleasure is blessed by the Maya or by the Supreme Lord? What pain we are getting and the pleasure we are getting from the material objects?
Yes.
Or from anything, so which is controlled by...
Yes, yes. This material world is manifested out of three modes. That is the sattva, rajas and tamas. Sattva is cause for the little pleasure, Rajas is cause for the pain, and Tamas is cause for the illusion. So, inherently, this whole material world is meant for the little pain, little pleasure, more pain and delusion. It's meant for that. But now, for individual soul, how this, that means getting by the Maya he is getting, or by the Lord, actually individual soul never get any pain or pleasure of this material world. It's not the enjoyer of these things, this material pleasure, or also it is not the sufferer of material pain. You know this? Jivatma never affected by material pain or pleasure. Jivatma is just thinking that material pleasure is I am getting and material pain I am getting. Like example is given by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in one place. He is saying that someone is there and he is stealing the money, and police came and he took him, he caught him and he is punishing. But you are a third person thinking that I have stolen the money and police is giving punishment to me. And this third person is crying. Then who is responsible for third person's grief? So it's like that actually Jivatma is not at all. Prakruteh krimanani guneh karmani sarvasaha ahankara vimudatma kartaham iti manyati. That means a pure Jivatma never get any pleasure or pain of this material world. It is only claiming, so which is done by that body. Body is comprised of the false ego, chitta, intelligence, mind, senses, gross body. All together is nothing but the given body, sukshma and sthola, that's a subtle and gross body. This is doing actually, as per the direction of the karma. Prakruteh krimanani guneh karmani sarvashaha. Prakriti's gunas are doing everything. And what this Jivatma is doing? Jivatma is just sitting there and thinking that, so because of forgetting himself, I am the soul, and it is getting the identity given by the false ego towards the mind intelligence as the I-ness. I-ness is given to this pure soul by whom actually? By the false ego. And because of this false ego is thinking that I am the doer of these activities and I am the sufferer of or enjoyer of this. But no, not the Jivatma. But how much this Jivatma, this Jivatma's body is doing, this is based upon the karma. This is actually. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhu Dandat Pranam. Prabhu, you told that even there is Ashtanga Yoga, without a little bhakti, one cannot enter Vaikuntha Loka. That means Ashtanga Yoga, that means they also meditate the four-armed Vishnu Tattva. But what kind of bhakti they have? The Chatur Kumar, so they enter. What type of Misra bhakti they have?
Acha. Kumaras, they have blessings from their father. Kumaras have their blessings from their father. So his father described Vaikuntha. After hearing this, they got desire to see. And Lord is also having the desire they should come to Vaikuntha to have that Leela. Jai Vijay, they should be cursed. Yeah. Kumaras are having the Santarasa. Yeah. They were fit to become Dasyarasa. They are fit to become Dasyas because so Brahmaji is Dasa Bhakta, and because of his association, his teachings, they are fit to become Dasya Bhaktas. Dasyarasa they are eligible to attain, but since they curse the Jaya and Vijaya, so their Bhakti is degraded actually. Rasa is degraded, downsized. This is also Leela actually. Okay? Yeah. Yes, Mataji.
Thank you for the knowledgeable inputs you have given in this Srimad Bhagavatam class. I have a very simple question. That is, Prabhuji, you mentioned about the fan, that fan gives us a pain, that when it is switched off or not working or it is slowed down. That while giving some examples, you also mentioned that is woman an object?
Similarly for man, for woman body and for woman's man body. That should be obviously understood. For woman, man body. For the man, woman body. Vice versa. Wherever Shastra gives the woman, then you should immediately take that for woman, man body also. It's not that the women are all transcendental. For them also there is a lesson is there. For them, man body is giving off these three.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Okay, thank you very much for all of you. So